Where are my newbies at? Are you new on your spiritual journey, or have you been on it for a while and you feel stuck and you're not sure why? This video is for you. My name is Liz. I'm an intuitive psychic medium. And for those of you who know my story, I had been poked and prodded awake at different intervals throughout my life. The most significant being in 2014, which I didn't listen to, and then finally surrendering in 2019. And when I did that, I got launched immediately into Dark Night of the Soul and then saw a reawakening of my gifts in rapid succession. I've learned some things along the way, and I'd like to share 7 of those with you. Number 1, you will be tested in your ego for the rest of this lifetime, regardless of how many times you level up, how connected you perceive yourself to be, or how gifted you are. We are all susceptible. So if a psychic or a reader acts like they no longer struggle at all ever with ego tests, scroll on. They may not be as susceptible to the ego demands, but they are for sure being tested while on this planet. I post ego content all the time. I have an ego playlist because I, like you, get tested all the time. And sometimes I pass with flying colors, and other times, I'll see you next lifetime. Number 2, you can be in your gifts trying to help others and still require so much of your own inner child healing. There's a healer, a card reader, a psychic at every vibrational level. But just because you can doesn't mean you should. The more healing and clearing you do, the stronger your intuitive gifts become. And listen when I tell you, if you avoid the healing, the gifts hit a ceiling, or they come in wonky or unreliably. Avoid the healing, hit a ceiling. Avoid the healing, hit a ceiling. We don't want to do that. Number 3, if you continue to level up post-awakening, and not everybody does for this exact reason, people and things will continue to fall away from you. You will remain in a consistent state of transition. I have been in transition now for 6 fucking years. This is why actively healing your abandonment and rejection wounds is critical to this journey. You can't have attachments and level up. You can't be in the 3D and the 5D at the same time. And look, I have people in my life and have had people in my life who are dear to me. Everyone's in your life for a reason and a season. And if the people who I love the most in this world were to fall away from me tomorrow, I let them go. I let them go and me go in love. Everything happens in divine timing the way it's supposed to happen. It's when we hold on to those connections or those things like where we live or where we work that we congest our own path. Number 4, and this probably should have been number 1, you don't need to know everything. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Truth is revealed in divine timing. So you wanting to know future events or the why of something keeps you in a state of fear, which is part of your ego state. When you stop pulling cards and asking your guides for answers and guidance on every decision that you are making, your intuition strengthens and you clear space for self-trust and evolvement. If you're always seeking external confirmation, you're no better off than when you were unawakened. You've merely changed who you're seeking approval from. How many of y'all feel called out right about now? Number 5, when you listen to and move timely on the messages you're given by your team or your guides, specifically, abundance flows timely. Your manifestations flow timely. And if you don't listen and take action, the message isn't going to change. I can't tell you the number of people who come into my lives and they get a reading, they do nothing, and then months or even a year later, they'll come back for a reading just because they happen to catch me and they get the same fucking message. If you want change, you have to be change. It is all about the energy. Number 6, forgiveness is key to this journey. If you find yourself saying, I forgive, but I don't forget, then you're not truly forgiving. And that's okay because it takes as long as it takes. But you need to be aware of where the block to your abundance is. It's in the resentment. You cannot hold a lower vibrational emotion and level up to where you seek to be. So remember that there is no controlling or manipulating the universe to get what you want. Your intentions are energy. And finally, number 7, there are no wrong decisions or choices on your journey. There's only lessons, blessings, and consequences. And if you're struggling with 3D people pleasing, sit in the awareness, get yourself into therapy to truly address it, start healing it, and stop trying to people please the universe, source, your guides, your ancestors. None of those entities care about you doing anything right. It doesn't exist for them. Listen to the messages and the guidance, move timely, make your mistakes, and learn. This is why you're here. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please tell me in the comments. If you want to book a private read with me, please do so through the link in my bio to my website. I invite all of you to join me when I go live on TikTok. Come in for the energy, stay for the messages. And if you want to know more, you have to follow for more.